Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fall makeup tutorial for you guys. You know that I love fall. If you've been following me for a while, you know I love fall and I love fall makeup. I love smoky makeup looks. I love anything super sultry, and this time of year is like my time to get in my zone. You know what I'm saying? Like spring, summer's fun and all, but I love fall. It's just one of my favorite seasons, and it's my favorite for fashion, makeup, all of the above. So I wanted to do a fall makeup look for you guys, and I'm actually going to be using the new Jackie Aina and Anastasia collab because there's a lot of really great fall tones in here. A lot of really great colors in general. I love it. I think it's so beautiful. Then I also have a few other new things that I want to use on camera. And I also think my Sephora order is coming in the mail today. At least I hope so. And I'm super excited about it because there's that new Smashbox foundation that I want to try. Let me know if you guys want to wear test. I know Tarte did a video, which is the reason why I bought the foundation. So I want to try it out and see how I like it. But today we're just going to be playing with makeup and hanging out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see a fall makeup tutorial, then let's just go ahead and get started. First things first, I do want to say don't mind my self-tan on my hands. Like, look, it's coming off on my wrist. I always have issues when I wear a watch and stuff. Obviously, I don't take these off, and then when I wear my Apple Watch, it rubs my skin a lot, so sometimes it'll rub off in that area, and it just looks weird. So don't mind that. First, I'm just going to go ahead and start off with eyes because I'd want to get my eyes done first and then we'll move on to face. To be honest, I don't know what look I'm going for. I just know that I'm going in with these warmer, deeper tones like right in here. So pretty. Maybe even a little bit of this. We'll see what happens. I wore a warm shirt literally just for this video because I want to do something super smoky. I've got my clean brushes here. These are the brushes I've been keeping downstairs to have clean at all times because I haven't been doing like full-on makeup looks, you know, as of lately because I just don't have time since having the baby. So I have time to sit down and film a makeup video. I'm so excited. Davis is watching him and I'm ready to just go to town with some makeup, and hopefully I'm still good at it, you know. First thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with this Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in Light. I probably should get a new one of these because I bet this is old. I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. This is great if you have oily eyelids. And it creates like a nice even canvas too for the lid. Now, like I said, I'm going in with this Jackie Aina palette that she collabed with Anastasia to make, and it is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to dive into this. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to take a little bit of a face powder because there's not really a matte shade to set the lid with in her palette. So I'm just going to take my face powder and I'm going to lightly set my lid with this powder. I'm using the ILIA one. They came out with something else that was new that I really wanted to try, but you know, now that I have a son who like has to eat late at night, I'll just be on Sephora late at night and like do some serious damage. So I'm gonna take this shade Ginger right here. This pretty much matches my t-shirt. It's like a nice warm mustardy brown, and I'm gonna go ahead and dust that into my crease. This is super pigmented, and I'm just going to really work this out in the crease. I love fall makeup looks. I love dramatic, smoky makeup looks. They're just my absolute favorites, especially for brown eyes. Like, I love a good dark, smoky brown eye. I used to really love fall makeup looks when I had darker hair because it was all completely sultry. You know, having really dark hair, super dark eyes, even dark lips. Like, I was obsessed, which I still am, but I'm just gonna keep blending this into my crease till I have it all nice and blended out. It is a little bit deeper, so what I'm doing is I'm really focusing it right here into the crease, like right in the socket, and then kind of blending upwards to give a lighter transition to that shade going up to my brow. I'm using a Morphe M513. I got this as like a little set in a PR package one time, and I really like all the brushes, so I love this color. This would be like a good everyday color for me. I am going to go in, I think I want to go in with Edges. Also, the names on her stuff is so funny. Zam, Pinker, Big Wig, Dwalas. I love all of it. I think it is just hilarious, and it's definitely Jackie. Like, I love watching her videos. And I'm going to go in with Edges, and I think I'm going to take a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to put that directly into the crease, so below this first shade that we had. So I'm just going to take this Sigma The letters are rubbed off completely, but this is an old Sigma blending brush, like a classic one. And I'm going to take edges and put it right here in that crease just to add a little bit more orange and a little bit of color because we're about to go in with a super deep brown. This would be really pretty all over the lid too. And then going in with a deep brown. I'm kind of just taking it here in this outer V and then going right into the crease. Again, you're not going above that first shade that we used. It's okay if the lid's looking a little crazy because it'll be fixed before you know it. I feel like there's another color in this Eman palette. By the way, her palettes are really good. This highlight palette is so nice. I haven't used this eyeshadow one though. This is her collab with Catrice. I love all of them. I think they're really great. I just haven't tried the eyeshadow palette one yet. So I'm gonna take Sunset, which is in Eman's palette, and I'm gonna put this all over my lid. It's just a nice kind of neutral sandy color. Taking a MAC 242, and I'm just gonna put this right in here. And we're really gonna build this up and just go ahead and take that all over the lid. Okay, so I'm taking the brush I just used and I'm going right into my crease one last time with edges. I'm gonna take this brush from Luxie. It's the 213 Eye Shading Brush, and I'm gonna go right into Credit. So this is Credit right here. It's a deep dark brown with a little bit of red, and it's super pigmented. And I'm gonna put this here along the upper lash line, out into the outer V, and up into the crease. So I'm going about halfway on my upper lash line. Then I'm going right in here and I'm gonna bring it a little bit forward. I'm trying to keep that V shape as much as possible. It has been so long since I filmed a makeup tutorial, but like, this is what I love, you know? I love makeup, I love getting ready. So you see how I'm kind of keeping this area open? You're gonna keep it like that. I would prefer a clean blending brush, and I would recommend a clean blending brush because what you're about to do is go over this brown and just blend it out a little bit more. So I'm gonna take this MAC 217. I have a ton of these, I love them, but again, if you don't want to invest in this one, you can just get the Sigma, I think it's E25 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go over that deep brown with no product, and we're just going to blend out that brown very, very lightly. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this at all. We're just kind of working with it to fade it out and taking it a little bit more into the crease, just like that. This is something you can take your time with too, and do the same thing with the other eye. Also, I haven't really been able to do dramatic looks like this because I've been having eyelash extensions, as most of you know, but I had to get them taken off because I had a photo shoot last week and I'm having another one next week. No, this week? No, next week. I'm having another one next week. It is ideal for like easy makeup looks, but like my last photo shoot, there was a lot of makeup going on and it would have like really dirtied up my lashes, and that's just not the business. So I just had them taken off and I'm not gonna get them put back on, I don't think, until after my second shoot. Last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with that other brush that I use, which is the Sigma E25, where we used edges, and I'm going to lightly tap into edges, and then I'm gonna go right in here and just lightly add a little bit of color because on me it's looking a little bit choppy in that area, so I just need to blend it out a little bit more. I'm gonna take this Sigma Flat Definer E15, I'm gonna go back into Credit, which is that deep brown, and I'm just going to line really close to my upper lash line. I don't want to lose that smokiness, so I'm just going about halfway and pressing that in, and this gives kind of like a little cat eye effect, and I'm really gonna love that when we put lashes on. And then one last go with a clean blending brush. I also love that Eman eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more right over here. That Eman eyeshadow on with this look because it's nothing crazy. Like, it's exactly what I needed. If you just have a sandy color in your collection, just use that because it really just brings it together. It adds a little bit of lightness, but not like glitter or anything like that, which is normally what I do. I normally use glitter to kind of add brightness to a look. So now what I'm gonna do is curl my lashes, and then I'm gonna apply some lashes. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet. I have these over here. I have these Baddieblashes. I have Extra and Saucy, but I'm not sure what one I want to use, but I'm going to go ahead and just put the mascara on, apply lashes, and then I'll let you guys know when I come back which ones I used, and then we will move on to the face products. The lashes are on, and this is what it looks like so far. I did use the Baddieblashes in Instaho, so it wasn't the two that I showed you guys, but it was a different pair. So this is Instaho. They're dramatic and they're full, and I have not seen myself with lashes like this in forever. We're gonna move on to face, and then we'll finish up the eyes and everything. So obviously I'm gonna use my favorite primers. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Coconut Primer Water, and then I'm also gonna use the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love this primer. Like, it's so hard for me to get away from it. I actually use more than they recommend, but it works out for my skin. Like, it really smooths everything out. It doesn't make me more oily, so I love this primer. You guys know, once I find a primer that I love, it's very hard for me to go away from it. I have rosacea, I have a lot of texture, and I just feel like this really sets the mood. Now I have a few different products I would love to try since my self-tan's kind of like really busted. I'm hoping I can get away with some of these colors. So I have this new Ofra foundation, the Absolute Cover Foundation. It's a full coverage foundation. Also this Natasha Denona Foundation X Full Coverage Foundation. Looks like that. This is in 70W. It looks a little, yeah, this looks too dark for me. It's way too dark for me right now. And then I have some Chanel ones, which I don't know if I want to use these right now. I think I'm going to go in with the Ofra one because I've been wanting to try this, and I think I saw good reviews, which is why I purchased it. So I got this Forever Go Ulta. I forgot all about it, honestly, till I came up here. So I'm going to try this out. I've been trying quite a few different things, and honestly, I've been so hooked on the Tarte face tape that I haven't used too much. Product-wise, still loving my e.l.f. beauty sponge. This is by far my favorite sponge at the moment. I actually did try an Ofra one, and I did not like it. I tried it the other day, and I was not a fan. I don't know if I would say this is full coverage because like right off the bat, I could still see my redness. Ooh, I feel like that looks really nice on the skin. It's not like accentuating pores or anything like that, but I still stand by my statement. I don't think it's like super full coverage. I don't know about you guys, but I always forget this area when I'm doing foundation, powder foundation, whatever, and it annoys the shit out of me because then I go outside in the house and I'm like, oh my God. There's like a whole section of my face white and everything else is tan. I think it looks pretty good. It's actually going down to like a nice satin finish. Okay, I'll be honest, I have been using more medium coverage stuff. Like I've been using a new tinted moisturizer lately that doesn't have like full coverage, but it looks really good on the skin, and I'm okay with it because I go in with a full coverage concealer anyways, like under my eyes, and I kind of like cover up the rest of my redness. So I haven't been too picky about full coverage foundations. I mean, I prefer them, but this is not bad at all. It looks really nice on the skin, actually. Definitely oxidizes. Like, I could not go a shade darker than this. Like, even when I'm nice and self-tan, this will be, like, my go-to shade. For concealers, as of recently, I've been using the new Benefit one that came out. I think it's the Boing Full Coverage Concealer. It's the one in the tube. Looks like an eraser. One of my absolute favorites. I love that concealer so much right now. But right now I'm going to go ahead and use the 16-Hour e.l.f. Camo Concealer because this is what I have up here, and I still really like these. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of this. I'm doing a little bit of the shade Medium Sand. It's a little too light, but I do go in with Tan Walnut, which does oxidize a little bit and gets darker. Just keep that in mind. So I take a little bit of Tan Walnut and mix it with that shade. So we're gonna go ahead and take our sponge and just blend this out. And you wanna be sure you're careful around the eye area so you can keep that nice line right there. This e.l.f. concealer is really nice because it definitely is full coverage and it is super affordable. Also, I meant to tell you guys, I put those lashes on and then I went in with this Kitten liner from Jouer. It's a matte liquid liner, and this is so nice. It is in black, but it is matte, so it just like goes with everything so well. I would have preferred a brown one, like, because I put liner here in the inner corner. I would have preferred a brown one, but the black honestly is not bad at all. It matches the eyelash band, and you can't even tell. Again, the e.l.f. concealer is really good. The L'Oreal Infallible concealer is another one of my favorites, as well as the foundation. I love this foundation so much. The L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I have also still been loving that Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. Really good. Just used it at a shoot last week. And I've also been hooked on the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation again. You guys know I went through that and I I had to buy a new one. I went through a whole foundation. I went through one whole tube and I had to go buy another one at Ulta the other week. I think I want to go in with this Pacifica Cherry Matte Translucent Setting Powder. I did a whole video on these Pacifica products when they came out with a bunch of new stuff. Really great brand, and they had really great items. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eye and face with this. Again, it does smell like cherries. I'm not obsessed with cherries, but you know, I'm okay with it. Like, I can get over it. This foundation and concealer combo is looking really good right now. For bronzer, I'm going to use this Clarins Bronzing Duo. This is what I have right here. And this one's in the shade 03 Dark. So I'm going to use this with my Morphe M581 brush. This is my favorite bronzer brush. And we're just going to go ahead and bronze these cheeks. This is a really pretty bronzer. It looks so nice on the skin. This is the biggest bronzer ever. This is the limited edition Hoola Benefit Bronzer. And this is like how large they are regularly. I'm going to use, actually I want to use a little bit of caramel right on my cheeks as well. This is a super warm bronzer. It is very pretty. Right up my alley, and you guys know I love bronzer, so. I'm going in with this IT Cosmetics for Ulta brush, and I'm gonna use Hoola, and we're just going to contour the cheeks really quickly. This is one of those bronzers that I don't have to think about. Like, it just works for me every single time. If I don't know what to use, I go to this, and it just works out. I'm gonna do a little contour on my nose as well. Now for blush, I think I'm going to use this Eman blush palette again. I'm going to mix these two shades right here with a blush brush. Just a little flush because these are pigmented. I always go from my apples back, and then I'm going to do a little bit of blending. And then we're going to use this Wet n Wild loose highlighting powder. Love this product. It's so good. It's very intense. You can see what it looks like right there. This one's in the shade I'm So Lit. I'm so lit. Okay, we're just gonna put this right. Woo! Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So a little bit goes a long way, and I'm just very lightly touching my skin to blend. Now I'm going to quickly do my brows. I'm not going to talk too much about this because brows take me forever, but I will say my favorite product of the moment is this Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Taupe Trap. This is what I've been using and I love it. If you don't want to splurge on this, the Catrice brow pencils are really great as well. I do find that I run out of the Catrice brow pencils very quickly, but they're a few dollars and they're really good. So I'm just going to do my brows and speed you guys up through this one. At the end of my brow routine, I just use the Dior Pump In Brow. And now what I'm going to do is go back into the Jackie Aina palette, and we're going to highlight underneath the brow and in the inner corner. Everything's matte, but I don't know. I kind of want like a little shimmer in here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little pencil brush that I have handy. This one is from e.l.f. And I'm going into Trust Issues, and I'm going to put this in my inner corner and also underneath my brow bone. I'm going to take a little bit of the Eman eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to go in with Fairfax. Just put this right up there in that brow bone as well. Now it is time for lips. Just sit back and relax while I read this. The NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on waterproof Extreme Color Lip Liner. This lip liner is so good, the name had to be this long. I don't think it had to be that long, but it is a great liner. So I've been loving using this lip liner, specifically like this brand, to line my lips and also fill them in as my lip color. So I'm going to use this shade first, and then I might go in with this shade because it's a little bit darker. The shade I'm using right now is Nude Suede Shoes. I'm going to line my lips. Pretty color, definitely too light. So I'm going to go in with this one, which is called Need Me. Too mauve for this look. I almost forgot to do my lower lash line. Who am I? I'm just going to take this Wet n Wild matte liquid lipstick in the shade Nudist Peach, and I'm just gonna put this on top, and hopefully they like even each other out. Finished up the lower lash line. You can leave it like this, but I prefer to finish it up. I'm gonna take this Revlon Super Soft Vinyl Eyeliner, but I'm gonna put this on my lower lash line. Ooh, I love that. Vinyl, So Soft Vinyl Eyeliner, that's good. Okay, and now I'm gonna take that flat definer E15 that we used earlier. I'm going into Credit again, that really deep brown, and I'm just going to push this up against my lower lash line and also connect it to that outer V. Now I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush. My favorite pencil brushes, out of everybody, Sigma, MAC, Morphe, high-end ones. I've tried some high-end pencil brushes. My favorite is the MAC 219 pencil brush. It's the best. It's more rounded. It doesn't ever like hurt my under eye area. It's just the best. So I'm gonna take Ginger right here, and I'm gonna really tap this off, and we're gonna blend this out. I'm going a little bit above. I'm going a little bit on Credit and a little bit below to help it blend out and look nice and smoky. Don't forget mascara. Putting mascara on my lower lashes. I have insanely long lower lashes, so I always just do a little bit. This is the completed look. I absolutely love the way it turned out. This is my kind of fall, this whole look. I guess Mama still got it. I really love this makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Let me know what else you guys want to see. I miss filming makeup tutorials so much, and I definitely want to do more of them, so I'll try to make more time specifically just for makeup tutorials. I love the way that this turned out. Jackie's palette is so easy to blend, easy to work with. Of course, there was other drugstore products in here and high-end products. I have to say, I love the way everything looks together. That new foundation with the e.l.f. concealer, the powder, the highlight, all of it just really melted and blended so well together. The last thing I would do is spray it with a setting spray. So I'm just gonna use this Tarte Stay Spray. I haven't tried it too much to give you like a good review, but we're just gonna go ahead and set with this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you all in my next video.